All right.
What is going on, everybody, and welcome to the Curtain Call Podcast Wrestlemania Night 1 recap review. What a night it was. I'm your boy, the Spanish Fly, always with me, my tag team partner, Nacho. Nacho, tell him what's up, man.
What's up, everyone? We are done with night 1 of Wrestlemania. And boy, do I have some opinions. I'm not sure about you, Spanish Fly, but there was. I went into this night feeling confident in our predictions that we put up yesterday. I felt like we had some good picks. I felt like as a new wrestling fan for my second WrestleMania, I had cracked some of the codes. I had revealed some secrets, and boy, was I wrong.
Well, don't feel bad because as a wrestling fan, doing this for the years that I've been doing it, I was completely wrong too. But that's the great thing about wrestling. You never know which way it's going to go. But nonetheless, we are here. We're going to go over night number 1. We're going to recap night number 1. We'll redo our predictions for night number 2. Give a quick thought of night number 2. Give a quick thought of night number 1. But I'm ready to do this. You ready to go?
I'm ready.
Night number 1 live from Lincoln Financial Field. Night number 1 attendance, 72,543 packed inside of Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, WrestleMania night number 1. And it got off really hard. It got off quick. Great promo packages done by the WWE as always. It did not fail in that department. The promo package was always top level, and tonight was no different. They were all top level promo packages. Night number 1 kicked off with the Women's World Heavyweight Champion Rhea Ripley versus the man Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch came out looking amazing. Her attire had her book sayings all over her, and Rhea Ripley came out with the live band, and they were on fire. And when she came out, the pop that she received, and then when they announced her name in the ring, her pop was even louder than Becky Lynch's. And I said to myself, my goodness, this is going to be very interesting. Now, if you remember correctly, everybody that watched it, we gave our predictions. We thought Becky Lynch was going to win the match. Before we were done with it, I said, although I feel Becky's going to win, I will not be surprised if Rhea Ripley retained the women's champion after a hard-hitting match, knowing that Becky Lynch had strep throat, 102 fever. It was cold in the ring. I'm sure she wasn't feeling great. She gave one hell of a performance, though, Nacho. But she came up short. Rhea Ripley is still our women's champion. How'd you feel about that match?
I'll be honest, like I mentioned, I went in pretty confident in my answers, especially when I saw the Becky Lynch attire that had the intro, at least with her quotes from her book, taking you through some of her past characters and what has really built her to where she is now. And then actually seeing the attire with the pages from the book in there, I felt like that was going to be her moment. I was really confident that Becky was going to win after that, even though Mommy is such a strong character, a strong wrestler, just a strong persona in general that people have been loving. She is on top right now. I was super confident that at this point, Rhea is being built up so high. If Becky can't beat her, who can? I was super confident that at this point, I was blown away with how quickly that was taken from me. And I'll be honest, the people I was watching with, we had a lot of Mommy supporters. And when I was proven wrong, boy, did it get loud. I thought overall the match itself was a good match. It kind of it displayed both women pretty well, in my opinion. Becky was taking a lot of big hits, and Rhea was they really played into her arm injury, which I don't know if you heard more about it than I did. I'm not sure what actually was going on with her arm. I've noticed she has had a cast on recently. I don't know where that originated from, but they really were playing on that, and I thought that was good. But yeah, for an opening match, I thought it was a decent match. I would probably give it around a 7 or 8 out of 10.
Yeah, it was a 17.5-minute match. I do the same. I give it about a 7-8 minute match, a 7.5. On the match itself, I think they both played to their strengths. We had a couple close calls on the false finishes. The crowd was really into it, but I wasn't surprised that Rhea won. I wanted to see Becky win, absolutely, but I wasn't surprised by it. It just makes Rhea look stronger, and it also sets up what we thought would happen later on in the evening, which ended up coming true. And that's, the following match. And we'll get right into the following match. The following match was the ladder match, the 6-pack ladder match. We had the Judgment Day, Finn Balor, Damian Priest as your unified champions going against DIY, Awesome Truth, the New Day, A-Town Down Under, Grayson Waller with Austin Theory, and New Catch Republic. Now, when we set this whole thing up and we talked about it, we thought, hey, you know what? It's a good time to split up the titles. And this was a really good match. I was excited. I really enjoyed this match. And we thought The Miz and Truth were going to grab one titles and New Catch Republic would catch the other titles. And I'm not disappointed in how they did this. Mm-hmm. As we all know, Grayson Waller and Austin Theory are your new SmackDown Tag Team Champions.
Yep.
I like that. Very good. And then we thought, oh, man, I started seeing when Judgment Day started, when McDonough got involved, and I said, oh, man, the Judgment Day is going to take this one. They're going to end up taking this one. Come on, Truth. Come on, Truth. And Truth was just taking forever to set up that ladder. But you know what? He climbed up that ladder, and he got probably one of the biggest pops of the night when they were yelling for him. And sure enough, R-Truth and The Miz are your new Raw Tag Team Champions. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard that right. They split the titles up. Your SmackDown Tag Team Champions and Grayson Waller and Austin Theory, A-Town Down Under, and your new Raw Tag Team Champions, Awesome Truth, Miz, and R-Truth. Nacho, how'd you like this match? It was 17 minutes and 25 seconds. It was longer than the Becky Lynch match, but man, there was some really good spots, man.
Yeah, I loved every minute of it. There were some incredible spots. I'm wondering if Grayson Waller and Pete Dunne are okay, because we saw Grayson Waller after they got the belts. He got flipped out of the ring through a ladder that was balanced on the announcer table. We heard him groaning and yelling because he was in so much pain, and then we did not see him again for the rest of the match. And then Pete Dunne, what did he do? He got thrown out of the ring as well, but he landed kind of on his head through a table. And
the Gargano spot.
Yeah, when he landed, he looked super stiff in the arms, and he just froze, and we did not see him again too. So hoping for the best for those two, but I'll be honest, I want to give props to Damian. I think his gear, his outfit, his mask, and his hair, it looked awesome.
Looked good.
I think I loved the DX gear that DIY had on. I thought that was great. And I think that I'm just excited to see, now that the tag belts are split up, I'm excited to see where this goes from here. I'm glad that more teams will have the opportunity to defend the title or get the option to go for the title instead of it being hogged by one team. We did have some people with me who were thinking maybe when JD showed up, this was going to be the break in the Judgment Day where JD and Finn end up winning the titles, and that is where Damian gets either something with cashing in the Money in the Bank or just some jealousy with Finn again. I don't know. We we had some theories going on as the show was developing, and that was one of them. So where we ended up, I am happy with. As much as I wanted New Catch Republic, they still had a banger of a match. All the teams did a great job in the match, and it was honestly, I would say it was tied for first place for my match of the night.
It was very good match. It was very fun to watch. It was like watching a train crash. I mean, you just couldn't keep your eyes off it. There was so much stuff going on. I think R-Truth did amazing. Those spots that some of these guys did, man, off the top of the ladder, going down. The Tommaso Ciampa, when he did that spot off the top of the ladder, it was just an all-around really, really good match. I really enjoyed it. And congratulations to R-Truth. Congratulations to Theory and Waller. This is, hey, it's a new era, like Triple H said at the start of the show. This is something new. And I'm excited to see the stories that are going to come out of this. Like I said, the match was about 17 minutes and 25 seconds. And then all of a sudden, it was on to the next one. We had Rey Mysterio and Andrade with Carlito, Cruz del Toro, Joaquin Wilde, and Zelina Vega at ringside. They fought against Santos Escobar, Dirty Dom, with Angel Berto, and Elektra Lopez. And we thought for sure, hey man, Santos and Dominic gonna win this, set something up later on. And this is another one that I wasn't disappointed by it either. We got it wrong because the winners ended up being the Latino World Order. We had Jason Kelsey show up, masked up and everything. It was really good. Yeah, there you go. I see you with the Ray. This match was 11 minutes and 5 seconds. But you know what? It was a really good match. I really thought that I really enjoyed the luchador style match. I really did. I think that Andrade and Ray did some amazing spots when he put Ray on his shoulders and they both jumped out the ring. I thought that was great, man. They did some really good spots. They told a really good story. Everybody thought that, hey, Ray's about to whoop Dominic again. We saw that last year. I'm glad that they went away from that. I really did. I thought it was a really, really good match. I enjoyed it. And once again, I wasn't disappointed with the finish, although it didn't go the way I thought it would, but I wasn't disappointed by it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely agree. I might switch around some of my predictions for tomorrow because this is coming out of the tag match. After this match, I was 1-3 or 1-4, I guess you could say.
Yeah,
we got one out of these four predictions right. So,
yeah.
Although I love the match, I don't know what I was thinking with my predictions, but I liked that they had so much of a focus in this match on actually Dom and Ray. Even though there are all these storylines going on around it with these other people that have gotten involved, they kept bringing it back to Dom and Ray once they would both get tagged in, and I liked that.
Yeah.
Carlito was making me nervous the whole time. We didn't get anything with Carlito like we were predicting after SmackDown yesterday. He was pacing around the ring the whole time, and I was getting worried that, especially when they lined up the 619 that Ray did, I was worried that Carlito was going to be there and grab him. We didn't hear from Dragon Lee today. We never heard from Dragon Lee, so he's either injured or he could be, who knows, he could be in on this. That would be crazy. But, yeah, I had a lot of fun with the match. This, I think, would be tied for first place with the tag match, in my opinion.
Okay.
Some might say that's an iffy opinion, but that's my opinion. That's what I had the most fun with. So, yeah.
This match, like I said, was 11 minutes and 5 seconds. You know what else was 11 minutes and 5 seconds?
What?
The following match, we had Jey Uso versus Jimmy Uso and my brother's keeper. Woo, my goodness. I am not my brother's keeper. What a promo package.
That was beautiful.
I absolutely loved it. Listen, if you're a wrestling fan, and you watch that promo package with Jimmy and Jey Uso, and you don't get goosebumps, there's something really wrong with you. Because if that didn't hype you up to watch this match, I don't know what would. That being said, I think they dropped the ball on this one.
Mm-hmm.
I think Jimmy should have won this match. I think if Jimmy wins this match by Solo interfering, it sets up storylines later on down with Jay, where the rematch is even bigger. Because now you can't go. To me, you really can't go back to this well. You passed that. I think if Jimmy wins the match with Solo interference, he can hold that over Jay's head, and they can build into the next feud with them going into a rematch.
Yep.
It could be maybe I don't know, a steel cage match or something, some stipulation where there won't be any outside interference. And I really thought this match was going to be match of the night. And it was a good match, but it didn't live up to my expectations. It didn't. And I felt that there was no consistent speed in it. They would start at a pace, and then really, when they really drew it back and slowed down, they really drew it back and they slowed down. And it wasn't the typical match where you start at a pace, you bring it down a little bit, then you pick it back up, you bring it back, and then you go into the false finishes, and then you get your finish. It was, they had a pace going, and man, they drew it back. There was some times that there was too much waiting around, staring at each other. It didn't do much for me. It was a good match, 11 minutes and 5 seconds. It's the one match on the card that I really said, man, they missed that for real. They should have. And I'm a Jay fan. I'm all about the yeet, but I thought no yeet should have won this match.
Yep. I don't know. I felt like this match definitely had, like you said, a pacing issue. I kept finding myself wondering what was going on towards the middle of the match just because it seemed, I don't know, it just kept slowing down very, very slowly. And like we predicted, I thought that we were going to get a Solo spot in this. I thought Solo was definitely going to help out Jimmy.
No Solo in the whole pay-per-view.
No Solo at all. So that surprised me. For what it was, I enjoyed the match. I definitely liked the promo going into it. I thought they did a really good job with that. We didn't even get any Rikishi. There's no Rikishi at all as well. I really don't know what they're going to end up doing with this because, like you said, with our prediction, we thought if No Yeet won, they could use that as fuel that the older brother beat the little brother, and now Jey Uso, the main event, has to build himself back up. But now the main event has just continued doing what he does, and it just made Jimmy Uso look smaller.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was 11 minutes and 5 seconds. The next match was 8 minutes and 5 seconds with Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, Naomi going up against Damage Control, Dakota Kai, Asuka, and Kairi Sane. This match was exactly what we thought was going to happen. It was going to play to the strengths of Jade. It was going to show her strengths. They were going to hide all her weaknesses, if any. I think Jade looked amazing. I'll say it again. Jade's body physique is amazing what this woman has done to her body. And I'm not talking about, no, I'm talking about the way her abs are, the way her muscle tone is. It's just impressive. There's not a lot of men that look like that. She really looks really good. And I was very happy in what I saw in her performance. I think she did great. I think Dakota Kai is a bona fide star. She is such a star. She, I don't think she gets the credit that she deserves. We thought that Jade, Naomi, and Bianca would win this match. Jade, Naomi, and Bianca won this match. They won it cleanly. No shenanigans. It was a very good match in a sense where it is what we thought it was going to be. It was a filler match. Was it a filler match? Absolutely, it was a filler match, but it wasn't a bad filler match. The crowd was really into it. The crowd started chanting, "We want Jade, we want Jade, we want Jade." And when she got that tag in and she came in, she did not disappoint. So congratulations to them. Nacho, how'd you feel about this match?
I enjoyed it. I definitely I liked what the announcers said when they were having their entrance, because seeing these three women with the spotlight on them coming down from this platform that was risen up slowly with all the fog looked so cool. Their outfits looked amazing. The announcers referred to them as the Avengers of the female roster, and I can't agree more. I love that. These three women looked like superheroes up on this platform, and as they came down, and the crowd was electric, I had full confidence that they were winning this match. There was not a doubt in my mind that they would not win this match. So, that being said, I enjoyed the match, even though, yeah, it was kind of filler, because it probably should have been, at least for the Kabuki Warriors, a tag match, where the storyline ended up. What they did with the match, I thought was fun. I liked that they had Asuka missed Kyrie. I liked that Jade was the one that actually got the pin on Dakota, because Dakota has kind of been the new. She's been taking up more of a leadership role now that they've kicked Bayley out. And I'm curious to see where this goes from here. I know you had mentioned that maybe we could see Jade turning heel on the group. I don't want to see that, just because I like this trio of women. If it's going to happen, I'd like for it to happen later on.
Yeah,
down the road, just because I'm enjoying this for now. I really like this group of three.
I think that while I'm watching the match, I had a change of heart. I don't think it'll be Jade. I think it'll be a Bianca that eventually turns heel. Mm-hmm. But I'm with you. I don't think it'll happen right now. I would like to see this faction go on more. These three women look good together, man. It just when you get a group together and sometimes you're like, oh, I don't think that's going to work. This just looks and feels like it can work. Yeah. It looks really good. So I liked the match. I really did. I was very impressed by it. The next match on the card was one that I know this one got a little it hit close to you. You wanted Gable to be in this match. I wanted Gable to be in this match. We said Gunther was going to win this match. It was Gunther and Sami Zayn. This match was 15 minutes and 30 seconds. I'm going to let you go first. Gunther is still your Intercontinental Champion. Nacho, talk to me.
All right. Going into this match, the way that they were building up this story, I felt very confident that Gunther was going to come out of this match on top. I saw it, like I said in our predictions. I assumed we were going to see Sami get a whooping. I thought we were going to see Sami bleeding, battered, collapse on the ground, and have Chad come out to his rescue and end up challenging Gunther for a title match on Monday. What we got was Chad meeting with Sami backstage before he came out and basically telling him, you earned this on your own. You earned this shot on your own. I want you to go out there by yourself. But you owe me for the help that I've given you. And after that, I was like, okay, a little strange. Let's see where this goes. Then Sammy walks down the hall and he sees Kevin Owens, who we haven't really seen them interact since Kevin got moved to SmackDown. And immediately my mind is my mind is starting to fluster a little bit, because why are they building up this match so much? They also had Sammy meeting with his wife and his son before the match in the parking lot, I think, or right outside of the meeting, the hallway. All these things are building red flags for me. So we get to the ring. The crowd, I didn't feel was as electric as this match for other matches. My friend told me he felt otherwise. I don't know if I just had my Gable blinders on. I did not feel like for this match the crowd was as electric as they were for other matches. Gunther had his entrance. The match starts. I felt like it was really one-sided. And like I said, I want to hear what you have, what your thoughts are on it before we get to the final result. But I felt like this match was one-sided. I felt like Gunther was dominating this match a majority of the time, and it wasn't really until right at the end that Sammy had the upper hand. I felt like a majority of the match, Gunther was just brutalizing him, and he kept taunting Sammy's wife, and they didn't really do much with that. I thought they were going to have him go over to his wife, and that would set Sammy off and build up something with him. They didn't do that. So I'll let you take it from here to talk about the ending, because I want to hear what your thoughts are on the match, because I feel like you have a little bit less of a Gable blinder on you.
So when instantly, as soon as I saw the backstage segment with Sami Zayn before he came out, I sent you a text message. And what that text message say, Nacho?
You said, I don't remember. At that point, I was so confused and heated and flustered. Let's pull it up.
So as soon as I saw that backstage segment, I texted you and I said, Sammy's winning this match. I texted you and I said, Sammy's going to win this match. After seeing that, Sammy's going to win this match. I immediately went to Twitter and I said, after seeing that promo, I'm changing. Sammy is going to win this match. So what happens? Well, Sammy goes out there. And as soon as Gunther's beating him down, I looked over and I told my boys, Sammy's winning this match. And I think whoever was the coach, the producer of this match, did an amazing job. Why? Because it didn't necessarily show, Gunther's beatable. If it would have been a close match and Gunther loses, I could see your point. That's what you're wanting. But to me, this wasn't about so much that it was a close match as opposed to Gunther kept playing with Sammy. He could have ended the match a long time ago, and he kept going at him. And he kept playing with him and teasing him. But then something happened when he went up to that rope for the third time. And he's talking to the wife, and he's laughing. And Sammy starts flopping around, hulking up. And you hear the crowd begin to erupt. Go back and watch that. You're right. Unfortunately, you have to take the blinders off of Gable. As soon as he starts moving around and pumping himself up, that crowd got into it hardcore. He gives a haluva kick while Gunther's on the top rope, brings him down, does an amazing spot from the top rope that, my goodness, I'm surprised none of them got hurt with it.
Yeah, that scared me. That one scared me.
Gives another haluva kick, throws him into the corner, gives him another haluva kick. To me, it was a good finish. To me, it showed you did all that to me, and you underestimated me. I told you that I was going to take your title. Sami Zayn told him at the presser, he told him, Gunther, take a good look at me. Look at me. Because you are looking at the guy who's going to end your reign and take that IC championship. And that's exactly what he did. I am completely with you that I wish it would have been Gable. If Gable would have been in that spot, I'm sure it would have tugged on your heart a little bit more. I thought it was great, but Sami Zayn played the underdog in this match. When he's getting ready to go out there, he turns that corner, and the person standing there is Kevin Owens. Bruh, this was right for the taking. When Gable tells him, hey, you got this, you always had it, but remember, you owe me a favor. Bruh, that's exactly what this is all about as far as building up to the next storyline. And I really enjoyed it. Nacho, I'm going to be honest with you. The moment was a great moment. The moment was actually, for me personally, it was the moment of the night. It was the moment of the night. You think of everything else that happened tonight, which, personally speaking, I'm going to be honest with you, I give night number 1 a 7 out of 10. I wasn't, and it's because we came in with really high expectations. As wrestling fans, we always do that, and that's fine. But I'm not going to say that the show was horrible. No. Why? Because I sat on my couch from 5 in the evening to 11:30 at night. So if it was garbage, I wouldn't have done that. The show was good. It wasn't what my expectations were, because as wrestling fans, we always have the high expectations. But it was a great night. It was a great night of wrestling. Sami Zayn, ultimate underdog, moment of the night, celebrating with his wife. Dude, it was so good. And when they showed Gunther, what was he doing? I underestimated this guy. I can't believe I lost it. What do I do now? I just lost it. To me, it was a great moment, man. It was a great moment, Nacho. And you know what? You're not wrong for feeling the way you feel. That's fine. And I repeat, I do not want to convince you otherwise. But you're asking me, I'm telling you, for me, it was an amazing moment, a story of the underdog, great moment. Real quick, before I let you go, before I go ahead and let you speak. Not too long ago, a while back, in an MMA fight, we had the champion, Kamaru Usman, was beating Leon Edwards for 4 rounds, was beating him down, was toying with him. The last round, with like a minute left, Leon Edwards, headshot, bang, knocks out Kamaru Usman, becomes your champion. The rematch, Leon Edwards beats Kamaru Usman to show, hey, he might have got me the first 4 rounds, but that kick to the head, that wasn't a fluke. And that's exactly what happened tonight. Yeah, Gunther, for what was the time that I told you? For the time period of, I have it right here, for the time period that we fought, 15 minutes and 30 seconds. For 13 and a half minutes, you had me.
Mm-hmm.
But I ain't give up. And when I caught you slipping, I made sure that I finished you just like you did not finish me when you had me. Go ahead, Nacho. I'm done.
Okay, so the reason why this match is so hard for me is because I am a huge Sami Zayn fan. I would definitely hold the moment last WrestleMania Night 1, the closing, when he and Kevin Owens won their tag belts. That's probably my favorite moment. or at least the moment that has hit the hardest for me in the time that I've been watching wrestling. At least for the stuff that is new that I've been watching, not like old stuff. That is that's probably the moment that I hold the highest right now. So I am definitely a Sami Zayn fan. And coming into this match, because I've been so invested in this Chad Gable storyline of the underdog that was already being developed, the way that they handled Sami Zayn being introduced into this match, I think is what caused the biggest issue for me with the outcome. Because Gable had a storyline going with Gunther, and I'm not sure where it goes from here or if they just drop the whole Gunther aspect with it because he doesn't have the title now. Because he had this whole storyline going of getting revenge on Gunther, and the title meant more, and Sami just wanted a spot on the card. He had gone for 2 other spots before and didn't qualify. So this was just Sami getting on the card to be on the card. No build-up with Gunther until the contract signing. And now he has finished, I guess, in a way, and also branched the storyline into a new form of it, I guess you could say. Yes, Chad Gable, I guess, helped Sami defeat Gunther, but I don't see where this whole Chad Gable wanting to wipe this smug look off of Gunther's face and to bring back the smile for his daughter happens now. Because unless he beats Sami, then he's taking that away from Sami, which Sami was literally arguing with him about a couple episodes ago because he has the same thing going on. He has a kid as well, so he'd be making Sami's kid cry. I just feel like now this storyline is, in a way, broken. I want to be happy for Sami, but to me, it just didn't feel... It just didn't feel right. I don't know. The way that they were playing out the storyline, to me, the way that it ended up, as much as I like Sami, it just didn't feel like the way that the storyline was building to. I don't know if that, does it make sense at all?
You make complete sense.
Okay.
You do make sense.
I mean, as much as I will say that the match was good, I'm happy for Sami that he has this title shot, or that he got this title shot and he won. It just, I don't know if I like the way that the story built to where it ended up.
So this is going to be one of those things that we're going to have to wait to see how it plays out. Because it could tie all in. It could tie all in.
It could definitely put me in a different direction. And if it does, I'll be happy. But right now, that's just why it's not sitting right with me, I think.
And one thing I've learned throughout my years of watching, especially WWE does not do things just to do them. Mm-hmm. They don't do things just to do them. They can do something today and never touch on it. And you go, man, what happened? Just last week they did this, and and all of a sudden you'll forget about it. Mm-hmm. And 6 months down the line, they're doing something and they come back to what they did, and you go, wow, okay. Long-term storytelling. Let's see what happens. But one thing we do know for sure is that Sami Zayn is your new Intercontinental Champion. Gunther's reign has ended at around 600 and some days.
It was 666 days.
Yeah. 666. Not a good number. But you know what? He did bring prestige to that title. That title was lackluster. They need to do the same thing to the United States title. But we'll see what happens. Then we went into the last match. 44 minutes and 35 seconds. The Bloodline, the Final Boss, The Rock, and the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns, your Universal Champion, versus that World Heavyweight Champion, Seth freaking Rollins, and the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. This match played out exactly how we thought it would play out. But man, it didn't disappoint. It didn't disappoint. When The Rock told the ref, if you count, I'll fire your ass. I was like, oh my goodness. You could see that the ref's hands were just tied the whole night. It was almost like if it was bloodline rules.
Yep.
And the whole entire match, you know how I watched it? Like this. With a big grin on my face. With a big grin on my face. And it happened just as you talked about it. Cody got pinned. The Rock was the one that pinned him. Seth is hurt. This sets everything up for tomorrow. Why? Because tomorrow, for the main event, it's bloodline rules, which means anything goes, which means all hell is going to break loose, which means we will see a Solo Sikoa. We might see a John Cena. We might see everybody and their mama show up. We might see a Mama Rose get involved. We might see everybody show up. But you know what?
I see Dustin Rhodes.
I don't think that's going to change the outcome of tomorrow night when we're back here live. And the first thing we're going to be talking about is we have a new Universal Champion in the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. I'm not going to ask you how you thought this match felt because it's exactly how we thought.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was played out great. I love the shenanigans that Rock and Roman did. I loved when Roman speared The Rock. I thought it was a great spot. I love the way Seth tried to protect Cody everywhere. Trying to protect him. It was good, man. I liked it. It was good. There was nothing to be upset about. Us Cody crybabies should not be upset about this. This is a good thing. Why? Because when all hell is thrown at our white meat babyface and Cody Rhodes, when everything is up against him, against all odds, just like Sami Zayn, against all odds, for him to be able to pin the Tribal Chief tomorrow, all this would have been worth it. What are your thoughts before we get into tomorrow, man?
I like this match. I would I said the other two were tied for first. I would probably put this one as second, just because I thought that the first half was kind of slow. I thought it had a slightly slow start. I also have been getting up super early the past couple of days, so by the end of this match, I was drifting a little bit. As much as I was excited, my body was fighting me on this one. But regardless, I loved the fact that we got to see Roman spear The Rock. I loved the fact that, just like we said, Seth is injured going into his match tomorrow. Just like Drew said, he said, stay out of the business, and look what happened. I don't know. I truly think we're going into this match with a bloodline rules. We got a bloodline craziness coming. If Cody can't pull this off, they have to go with a heel turn. They got to fully unleash Homelander because I pointed this out. When Cody had his entrance and before the match started, when Cody was standing in the ring, I just got such a sense of leadership from him and such a sense of like power. He felt so confident. And he felt so in his place. He felt like he was where he needed to be. And he looked so comfortable. I will be so happy if he ends up winning tomorrow. We'll get more into that in the predictions for tomorrow night. But I'm ready. I'm ready for this. I'm ready for this. I'm not ready for the storyline to end. I don't think it's going to be the end of the storyline, but I'm ready for this new chapter that we're entering, and I'm excited to see where we're going.
Absolutely. So that was your night number one, let's jump right into night number 2 with our predictions. The first match on the card, we talked about it. Seth freaking Rollins, he's going into this match injured against Drew McIntyre, the Scottish psychopath, the Scottish warrior. He's going into. Is he going to get his moment? Yesterday, you said Drew McIntyre wins. I say Drew McIntyre wins. Do you keep that prediction?
Absolutely.
I don't. I changed my mind. I think that somehow in this match, Senor Money in the Bank is going to come in and cash in his briefcase. I think Damian Priest walks out of WrestleMania as your new World Heavyweight Champion. Next match, Io Sky versus Bayley. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. You're right. The Pride versus the Final Testament. Yesterday, you thought that the Pride was going to win. I said I thought the Final Testament is going to win. Do you keep the Pride?
I'm going to keep it for fun.
I'm keeping the Final Testament. I'm not going to change on that. Next match. AJ Styles, the phenomenal one, versus LA Knight.
Yeah.
There you go. You think LA Knight's going to win. I think AJ Styles is going to win. Are you changing your answer?
Nope.
You're keeping LA Knight.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm keeping AJ Styles. Next match. Ay. Logan
Take a picture off the screen.
Oh my God. We are not Logan Paul haters as far as his wrestling skills. Let's make sure we say that. Okay. Logan Paul, your United States Heavyweight Champion, versus Kevin Owens and versus Randy Orton in the triple threat match. We both said we think Logan wins because of the Prime thing, because of them going to Cleveland. You're putting him on the card. Do you keep that same prediction?
Yes.
I do too.
As much as I hate it, I do.
Yeah, as much as I hate it too. Get that off the screen. Next. Io Sky, your champion, versus Bayley. We both said Bayley wins this title. Do you keep your prediction?
Mm-hmm. I know what you're going to say.
You know I want Bayley to win.
Mm-hmm.
I really think Io Sky is going to win.
Mm-hmm.
I really think Io is going to win. I don't know if it's late, but whatever. I'm keeping Bayley. Next one. Talk to me. Listen, I'm keeping Bayley, man. Ooh. I'm keeping Bayley.
I don't know. I think it's just. I think this is the time. I think we're gonna get a new champion on that one.
Yeah. Now, if she doesn't win, just know I really want to pick Io, but I really want Bayley to win.
Okay.
It is what it is. Next. Woo! There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Bloodline Rules main event night number 2. Your undisputed WWE Universal Champion. We already know his Bloodline Rules. For night number 2, Roman Reigns, the Tribal Chief, versus the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. You said Cody Rhodes wins, finishes the story, and starts a new chapter. I said Cody Rhodes wins, finishes the story, starts a new chapter. Nacho, the question is, do you still believe, after what we've seen tonight, that Cody Rhodes finishes the story later on tonight at WrestleMania in Pennsylvania? What you got?
I absolutely am sticking with my prediction. I do believe Cody will be finishing his story, and I do believe it's going to be an amazing match.
Cody got this on lock. He's got it on lock. Cody ain't losing this match. Cody is not losing this match. He is going to finish the story. He's gathering up all the paperwork right now. He's putting it together. He's putting it in a book, and he's putting a stamp of seal on it because Cody's walking out later on tonight in a matter of 12 hours or so, or whatever. My math may be off. I'm tired. It's late. It's 12:30 in the morning. Cody's winning this match. Nacho, tomorrow, when we do this live, you're going to be in a better mood. I'm going to be in a better mood. And I'm telling you, Cody is finishing this story. You call me a Cody crybaby? That's fine. Nacho, I know you're a Cody crybaby.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what? These crybabies are going to be celebrating tomorrow because there is no way that Cody loses this tomorrow. No. It's exactly how we thought. The bloodline rules are in effect. That's great. Let the bloodline rules be in effect. Let everything be thrown at Cody. It makes the victory that much sweeter. As long as there is no outside interference that touches Roman, because we don't want this victory to have an asterisk next to it. Let everything hit Cody. Let everybody get on Cody. Nobody touch Roman Reigns. When The Rock comes down the ramp, I want to hear some glass shatter, because when the glass shatters, we know that's your ass. Stone Cold comes running down that aisle and takes care of him. When Solo Sikoa comes and does something, I want to hear Cena's music hit, because Solo already beat Cena. Let Cena bring his butt down here and do this. When Jimmy comes down, let Jay come out. When another Fatu, whoever it is that wants to show up, let them show up. Let Goldust bring his ass down to the ring.
Yeah, I want to see Paul Heyman get hit.
As long as no one touches Roman, that's the key thing right there. Because us Cody crybabies, if they touch Roman and cost Roman the match, then it's always going to be, oh, well, you guys won because of XYZ. We don't want to hear that. We don't want to hear that. Let everything happen to Cody. Nothing happen to Roman. So when Cody hits the crossroads, it's going to be that much sweeter. Nacho, night number 1 is in the books. Night number 2 is coming up. And we still got Raw. And we didn't even talk about Paul Heyman's amazing Hall of Fame speech.
We didn't.
It's going to be so much sweeter tomorrow.
Yep. It's a fun time to be a wrestling fan.
Yes, it is. What else you got, Notch?
I don't know. I'm happy with tonight. I'll say I'm happy with tonight. I got to watch it with some people that I'm very fond of, family, friends. So I had a good time. I hope you had a good time. I hope everybody that's watching had a good time. Because at the end of the day, this is entertainment.
Absolutely.
It's nothing to attack anyone over. Nothing to, even though I'm the one who's all grumpy over a certain match, it's nothing to get overly heated about. Just have fun with it. Because WrestleMania only comes around once a year. And
before we know it, it's gone.
We'll be here to talk about it. We'll be here to talk about all the other stuff that's going around. And I'm just happy that we have this platform where we can talk about all this stuff with everyone who tunes in. And coming out of WrestleMania, I'm just as excited for the stories that are developing as I am for the stories that are developing with us and the progress that we're making and what's to come with our channel.
Absolutely, man. We got some big things lined up. I'm excited for Monday Night Raw. I'm excited to see what new comes out of it. We already found out this week that WWE, that Cody Rhodes in general, but WWE as well, they filed trademarks for the Renaissance era. So it looks like we're going into a new era. Triple H, I love the then, now, forever together thing that they did at the beginning with Triple H. That was amazing. To see Triple H come down to the ring and say, this is a new era, this is a new time, welcome to WrestleMania. I thought that was amazing. It got me excited for where this is going. And because we're in a new era, because there are new things happening, because of all this stuff that's going on, because they're about to go to Netflix in January, because of all these things happening, that's what tells me that Cody Rhodes will be your Universal Champion tomorrow at this time when we do this podcast. One thing I do want to say, I want to touch on what you said. We all know this is entertainment. And I think that's the greatest thing about this, because we don't have to wait 4 years for a new Avenger movie to come out. We get to see this week after week after week. We get to watch it play out for 51 weeks out of the year. And on that 52nd week is our Super Bowl, which is WrestleMania. WrestleMania 40 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, home of the Philadelphia Eagles. 75,000 tonight, possibly 80,000 tomorrow. It was a cold one there.
Yeah.
But everyone did an amazing job. All in all, forget about the numbers, forget about the star ratings, forget about what at the end of the day, it was great to watch WrestleMania again. That's my boy Nacho, my tag team partner. Thanks for staying up late with us, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you in a few hours, right back here on the Curtain Call podcast. My name is the Spanish Fly, always with me, my co-host, my tag team partner, the one and only Nacho. And we will be here tomorrow to go over WrestleMania, because here at the Curtain Call podcast, we always kick out at 2. Too sweet, me baby. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Let's go.